Hello and welcome back to Homers Heath, the venue for Mousehole's fifth pre-season fixture. They take on Buckland Athletic, who of course they faced many times last season in the Western League, and Buckland are gearing up for a season to win the division that Mousehole just won themselves. But with just 2 weeks to go until competitive football starts, Jake Ash will be looking to see his players in action and looking sharp ahead of the new season. Just 2 weeks until competitive football starts now. Can you just give us a quick update from your point of view on where your injuries are?
Yeah, it's coming along. I'm obviously in regular contact with Beth and G about just updates and hopefully how long it's going to be in timescales and whatnot. It feels good now, but obviously came back probably a little bit too early last week or the week before, whenever it was. I'm so eager to get back training again and playing, but hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer. I'm aiming for definitely first game of the season. If I can get back before, great. But yeah, hopefully it's not too much longer.
And since your injury, you've been there with the boys at every game. I mean, I suppose that shows your commitment and your love for the club. You can't really stay away, can you?
No, definitely not. And I think with us going up a league this year, it obviously just, my motivation's got even higher for it. And obviously just want to be here to be around the boys and stay in touch with everybody and hopefully not lose that buzz, because it's a big season for us, so I want to get back playing, definitely.
Here at Homers Heath, Buckland Athletic 2, Mousehole 2, after a very good first half from the Seagulls with a 2-goal lead. They went in at half-time. It was Buckland with 2 set pieces who got themselves a draw in the game. Competitive fixture, a good test for Jake Ash's team, which is what was wanted at this stage of pre-season. With just 1 game to go now before the competitive football starts. It ends here, 2-2. Macca, 5th game of pre-season done now, 2-2 draw to Buckland. Familiar opposition, obviously. How did you find that one?
Yeah, I thought first half we played really well. I thought that we completely controlled it. We created quite a few chances and we limited them to really they only really looked to threat from a couple of set pieces, but overall we absolutely dominated the first half. I think second half, pre-season games, just once the changes start coming, I think that the intensity just drops a little bit, because it's hard coming on as a sub, trying to match the same intensity of a player. Sometimes it takes kind of 5 to 10 minutes to get into the stride of the game. So obviously the second half probably wasn't kind of as good, but overall we're obviously really happy with the way that we played and performed in the game.
For you personally, Macca, 2 goals last game against Upton. You came here again today and scored 2, screamer in the first half too. How are you feeling personally? Just 1 more game of pre-season to go too.
Yeah, I thought like most of the time with a lot of players, it takes a couple of games to get into your stride. It takes a couple of games of pre-season to properly get sharp, and I'm feeling obviously the last couple of games the kind of end product's been there, which in the first couple of games probably was lacking a little bit. So obviously it's good for the confidence, and just kind of building on that today.
Jake, ends 2-2 there at Homers Heath. Strong first half and 2-0 up. 2 goals you can see there in the second half, but we always knew this test was going to be the sort of game you were expecting maybe in the real season. How did you find it?
I thought we were brilliant. I'm over the moon. I thought we were, first half was, I thought we just looked and a cut above, if I'm honest. The rotations, the way the boys moved the ball, the energy to get into the box, the fitness levels, everything was just so good. That's the best we've been. So I'm so pleased with that. I just said to the players, I'm not going to be, the goals that we conceded, we finished the game with like 5, I think we had 5 teenagers on the pitch at the end. So we're always going to be vulnerable to a cross into the box or a set piece. So we accept that because we knew that. We took big players off. And but there were so many good things today, so many good processes that we wanted to see come out today, and we did. It was never going to be, it was never going to be an easy test here. They're a good side and good players, and they'll do really well in that league next year, 100%. So, but I thought in the first half, I thought we looked unplayable at times. So really, really chuffed with that. Really chuffed with the players we got on the pitch as well. Getting Ryan Townsend on the pitch again, Simo, Josh Bissett, young Lewis getting a half. Young players, teenagers are getting games here. So I'm really chuffed with that. And let's not forget, we're without some big players not here today. Obviously Maxi's away. Hayden's, getting closer. He makes a big difference. Jack Bray Evans not here again today. And obviously Joshie Story. So I'm really pleased with what we've got to come back in and the way that we played today.
It's been a tough pre-season campaign, but are you really happy with how your team's progressing through the games? It feels like they're getting closer to where they'll need to be for the league season to start. Yeah,
I wasn't sure before today, but that first half told me we're fine. I think I said that to you, that we'd know today, and then that first half told me we're absolutely fine. So I'm really pleased. It was always going to be tough, those Exeter and Dorking games, because they're just so such anomalies from what we'll do and face in the league campaign. So, like we said, today was a great test for us that we knew would be similar to what we'd face, and if we play like that, we'll do well next year, because that was good, really good. So now I'm super pleased. We've obviously got one more game to go, so it's we're not far away now. But that today told me we're in the right place for energy levels, fitness levels, players to come back as well. Squad's in a good place.
With that one game to go, it's still on the Friday. Can you give us an insight into how you're going to approach that game? Will it be minutes-wise and similar as to how you'll go into the FA Cup, or will it still be half and half for a lot of those players? Or
no, it'll be there's a few positions that are very much up for grabs. So there's a couple of places where we give someone an hour today, and then they'll get an hour on Friday. So no, we'll use it to look to pick that 18 or 11 for that FA Cup game. It will be important that we keep the energy levels high. They need to be the way they were today. Just because it's a Friday night, and just because we're not playing, a team that are necessarily close to us in the pyramid, it doesn't matter. They have to be at that standard. So it's a shame, really. It probably would have been a good last friendly for us to finish on before we go into the league campaign in terms of the way we played. So we have to reach those levels against Launceston, who will be a good side, some good young players by all accounts. So hopefully, if we can reach those heights, I'll be feeling really positive going into the FA Cup game.
Cheers,